Hey, what's up guys? Today I am going to be kind of explaining and showcasing something I made for my mom for her birthday. I coded it. So let's just take a look at it first. I'm just gonna see into the directory. Oops. I can't type today. Alright, animation.py. Alright, so I hope you heard that the song kind of thing. I downloaded it from Wikipedia Commons. So let's just take a look at how I coded it. Right, so like the basic principles you kind of need to know. Like it was really easy to code. You know how I made Pong by following this 3-part tutorial from YouTube by ClearCode. So that really explained a lot of the concepts, and kind of like the main thing that was explained was collisions and how games actually work, and I'll just go over it. So games work because of frames per second, and you know how like a flip book, you have to draw image or drawing, and then for the next page you have to draw it really similar with just a slight change. Yeah, so that's the basic principle of that. That's the basic principle of how games work. Like the computer redraws it, but with a slight change, so it looks like it's moving. When in reality, it's just a bunch of similar pictures played in order, like a movie. Yeah. Okay, so let's just kind of go over my code. So I'm in the Python file, and if you start here, so I imported the Pygame library. I made this with Pygame, and I imported system, and then I imported random, and then over here I specified the 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 buffer rate of the song so that it'll start on time. And then I initialized it, then I made a clock variable, and then I made the font variable. And then so I loaded the music, which is an OGG file. So it's pretty compressed. And then I played the music one time. So that's where I specified it. And then I create a lot of variables here called ball speed X, ball speed Y. And those are for each of the 10 oh, sorry. So that's for each of the 10 balls. So I labeled them different, and I did this. I could have just used one variable, but I found that it looked like there was only one ball because it was just one covering all the other ones because all of them were going in the same direction. So I had to make different variables. And then I specified the screen height, screen width. Gotta change that. And then I made a variable here called green and use RGB. And then yellow, I didn't really need that. And then black. The black is for the background. And alright, so here I made the green balls, and then I made it a rectangle. Obviously they weren't rectangles because it was a circle, but I'll get to that later. And then I made them all start in the middle of the screen. And so how collisions work is I actually don't need to explain that, but as you can see here, let's just play this again. So it collides. Yeah. So it collides with the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen, the bottom of the window, top of the window. But when I was coding it, I wasn't sure what went wrong, but it wasn't colliding with the sides. So I had to create side rectangles so that the balls could bounce off the rectangles instead of the screen. So that's why you can see it changes. The sides change color while the top doesn't. And then here I made a for loop, and I was like, alright, if the event type is quitting, then I'll exit the system and I'll quit Pygame. And then the background here, and so I start drawing these. I start drawing the green balls, right? And then I start assigning speeds to the X and Y, to whatever. I assigned that to each ball, and so that it would go a certain direction. Alright, so here's where it gets like pretty good. Here I did if green ball dot top is right, so if the green ball collides with any of the sides, then the ball speed will go reverse and it'll go like back the way it came. And then I made variable here called r, and then I did random.rand range 1 256. And so if you don't know how RGB works, you should go check out my other video on RGB. RGB, I'll just do a quick rundown of it. So RGB stands for red, green, blue, and that's how colors are specified in a computer. So if I quickly search up color picker, right, and here RGB 235, so it changes because the colors change, right? And then so if you have a random value, it'll keep on changing colors. If it hits against if it collides, it'll change color. So then I reassigned a new value to the variable called green, so that each of them will change color. And then I just did a bunch of if and elif statements for collisions, and then I rendered the text, and then my frames is 60. Yeah, that's kind of all. It took me 24 hours because and honestly, you can actually, like, the viewer, you can do it. Like, I'm serious. You can actually code this, because all you need to know is basic principles of collisions, how to play music, how to add new surfaces, and a good understanding of modules and Pygame and Python in general. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.